Good morning, everybody. I'm just getting my stretching on here. Let's see if I can get the volumes going at the right place. Ooh, that looks about right. That looks about right. If you couldn't tell, I got up a little late this morning. Set my alarm. And I didn't set it. It was a joke. It was a joke on me. But I hope y'all are having a better morning. I'm kidding. I'm having a great morning. I'm just a little more frazzled than I usually am at my morning show where I'm extremely frazzled with no preparation. Alex63501 here. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday morning. We've got an interesting, fun week for you going on here. We've got our special user request week happening right now. So, yesterday we went through and we looked through Hadoes, kind of like shadows with a J. Jados. Anywho, really funky album. Really cool band. Somebody put a band put together by Toshiki Katamatsu, kind of his brainchild, and just kind of left to do their own thing and had a really successful career. Spawned a separate group, I think it's called Dance Man. Anyway, some really fun funk, and we had an all-star lineup there. We had people like Nobu Saito, ever-present savior of us all. We had, who else did we have in there? We had Tomohito Aoki. We had Hitoshi Saito, keyboard, Yurie Kokubu. So many people. And today we're going to have a similar thing where we've got a very interesting lineup of guest stars on our next album that we're going to look at, which is 1983's album's Mistress, released by Beers. Not The Beers or beer, but beers, plural. So that's what we're gonna do today. Gonna turn off a little bit of the Takanaka, jump in here and see what we got here going on with our first album or our first track here, Beers. There we go. We got a little bit of Takanaka over on the side. Here we go. There it is. So as we can pop open here on our little information tab, we can see a little bit about The Beers, not The Beers, just Beers. They only released, to my knowledge, and this is, again, you take it with a grain of salt with Discogs, looks like one album, a big old whopping one. And so, yeah, I guess they wanted to make it count, and to my right, it looks like they did, because they've got Koki Ito. He appears on a couple tracks, or is it just one track? Track 5, we got Koki Ito. That's enough for me. One track is pretty good. Yep, we got Hiroshi Shinikawa on keyboards. We've seen him around before, seen him playing with Maria Takeuchi, we've seen him playing with Henri, we've seen him playing with, who's that other, not Yurie Kokubo. Anyway, we've seen his name around a lot. Oh, the most important person in all the world, Nobu Saito, good. And his buddy, whose name is Pecker. Not a good name. And then we got something super long. I was like, what could this possibly be? Oh yeah, that's Jake Concepcion. Just need to get that sax sound back. Strings, unfortunately, it's the Ono group. Ono, not our Joe Kato group, which is my personal favorite just because that's got a good name. And then for our synthesizer here, we got Hiroshi Shinikawa, same cat, Shinikawa. I keep saying Shinikawa. But that's it. And then down here at vocals, let's see. Megumi Saito, these are the same two people who are the core members of the group. These two right here, 1 and 2. And their names are Megumi Saito and Yoko Hashimoto. Those are the names of the two cats here. So here's Megumi Saito. Nice little cowboy hat picture of him. And got the whole gamut of his career apparently, from young to old. And then we've got the other counterpart who does not have a picture for her, but her name is Yoko Hashimoto. All right, well, I think that's enough general start-off information as far as what we're going to be doing here today. So let's go ahead and just dive on in and see what we got. So this is 1983. This is the album called Mistress by I keep wanting to say by The Beers. It is not. It's just Beers. Now let's see one last thing. Let's do Japanese to English here. Let's see what this first track is called. Broken Wiper. Okay, here's our first song, Broken Wiper. Digging it so far. Definitely have a kind of a Yorie Kokubu vibe here. Definitely feel the that light pop kind of feel. We got that real bubbly bass. Even though we're not positive this is Koki Ito, definitely sounds like his style of bass playing. Very light, very energetic. I like that do-do part. That was good. There's Concepcion, baby. Dropping it in. This is dope, man. I'm digging the sound. We've got all those, we talk about our city pop check marks of who we've got in there as far as instruments and styles. We've got that C-style guitar, real reverb. Also got that funky feel in there. We've got that light bubbly bass we talked about. Jake Concepcion shredding it on the saxophone. And Nobu Saito very gently massaging our ears with his wonderful percussion. So, good song, good first song. Morning, Al, what's going on? Yeah. It is an oasis this morning of just the three of us. Hey, Poppy D, he's here. Hey, Zal's here. Look, that's all we need. Everybody's here. Dave will be here later, I'm sure. We'll get a couple others. Okay, now some interesting things here I'm noticing on this. As I'm trying to look up information on these guys. Now again, we're looking up Japanese 80s specific genre to music in another language, in another country, 40 years after the fact. But even so, I find it a little bit of a sting to have credits for all these other albums that you did work on, but not get credit for your own solo album. Oof, that's rough. That's rough. So looking here on the Discogs, we do have, you know, a little bit of proof that they did exist, but not so much here on Rate My Music, or Rate Your Music. I always want to say Rate My Music. It's Rate Your Music. But we'll keep searching. We'll see if we can find. But until then, let's go back a little bit. Let's get a little bit more of this Concepcion solo, because I need some of that this morning. Ooh, yes. Good name there, Alex Walter. Good name. And I agree. Can't go wrong with sax. I'm glad to hear that, Zach. Next, we're going to go to 80s American funk. Then you're going to be like, too much brass. Too much brass. Okay. So we're going to keep rolling for today because I'm still looking up information. It's kind of a slower day. It's a Wednesday morning. We got this nice rain in the background in our ears. We're going to treat this a little bit like radio station day. What was that guy's, that DJ's name from Hawaii? He just had a real smooth voice and he could talk all the way until somebody started singing. I'm going to try that right now. Ooh. I like that double time hi-hat. Oh no, that's not a hi-hat, that's a shaker. And that's probably Nobu right there. Is that a shaker? Yeah, I think it is. It's a shaker. Okay, we got a nice epic ballad here, pulling us in here for the second track. So now I've been tipped on some. Oh, Kamasami Kong, that was his name. Okay, the guy who I'll never be as cool as. For those of you who were not with us this time, oh no, that's sad. Kamasumi Kong, he's the dude who did the whole opening talk for Toshiki Katamatsu's. I forget what the album is called, but it is his Best of Hits Volume 1. I think it's the first of 3 that he released in the same year or in the same 2 years. But it is a real cool concept album where it's this Hawaiian DJ talking in between each song and announcing who's going to be doing what and what's going on. Very, very cool. This cat also did the same thing for somebody helped me out in chat. They didn't do it for Tatsuro, but he did it for a couple other big names. But anyway, very cool character, very fun. Yeah, a lot smoother of a talker than I am, but okay, but Daybreak Rain here. Pretty chill. Now let's go back because we got one of these disco tropes here that they just used. What I like to call the string tornado. It's where you've got all these strings going, and then you just hold this note way up in the stratosphere forever and ever and ever. Very disco thing, very Diana Ross, that kind of stuff. Let's hear that in action though. Here we go. So that one wasn't as intense as they could be, but that's the kind of idea, a little string tornado. Yeah, Kodamatsu and Tatsura, it looks like who we did it for. Good research, y'all, thank you. Another string tornado. Okay, fun song there. Got all the elements. Not quite enough Jake Concepcion in that one for me personally, but you know I'm not gonna hold it against him. Cool. So we got this little website here that looks like we've got some information here on the beers, and more importantly, somebody took really nice insert pictures. So as we move on to our next song here, and I try to get my Kamasami Kong on, which I can't do. Let's go ahead and check out what track 3 is right here. So we are getting to something Japanese. In a Random Matter ... is our next song that we're going to be listening to. Now let's see if we have any special guests on here. This is A3. What do we got on track A3? Anybody fancy here? Nobu's only on track 4? That kills me. They only put Nobu on track 4, and then they only put Koki Ito on track 5. Come on. Oh well, at least Jake's coming back. We get Jake on this song, so guess we'll be thankful for what we get. So here we go. In a Random Manner, track 3 off of 1983 Beers. Album's called Mistress. Ooh, I like those strings. Okay, now we're disco. This is disco. Yeah, Poppy D, String Tornado, right here. Copyright. I'll take my money whenever you can send a check. Oh yeah, nice halftime drums. I like this drummer, this percussionist. I was giving him a bunch of trash for his name, which is a rough name, but he's good, man. This guy is describing this song as morning disco. I like that term. This is very much morning disco. I feel that. What's up, Dave? We did get a Nobu confirmation, but Homeboy's only on one track, and it's the next track. So we're gonna listen in close. Man, I really like this percussionist. Pecker? Terrible name. But man, he's funky, man. He knows how to layer it in really nice. Okay, this is cool. I'm finding myself, Concepcion, there he is. Don't want to get myself into too much trouble with YouTube here by just playing too much music and not talking about it. But doing a lot of interesting reading here on this guy's blog. Some Canadian dude talking about finding this album and learning a little bit more about it and saying how it is, in fact, pretty darn obscure. So I'm glad that I'm not the only one who's having trouble figuring stuff out about this. But looks like we've got some interesting little inserts here as far as what we've got for. Just looks like he's got partial inserts. Yeah. Anyway, but it's interesting. You know, he was digging the song. He used the term morning disco for this song, which I think is a pretty good term because this is a very light disco song, and this is not the kind of disco that you would be, you know, hanging out around a mirrored table in the basement. This is a much more lighthearted kind of pop. But anyway, before we move on to our next track here, I'm very, very curious if we can get a little bit of information on who mixed this album, because it sounds really good. I don't know about y'all, and it's always hard. You know, I'm very conflicted right now working with all these YouTube recordings because I can just tell, as you guys can tell, sometimes you're like, this person, like, this is clearly pitch shifted, or this is slowed down or sped up, or something funky is done to get around all the YouTube algorithm robots. And sometimes it's just, that's how it sounded. They just didn't mix it very well. But something like this, maybe it's because it's obscure, maybe it's because the person who uploaded this really cared, but this sounds really, really nicely mixed to me. I really like the balance, and I don't think that it's just a YouTube high quality recording. Like, I think if I had the record, it would sound just as nice. But it doesn't really show on here who was the recording engineer of all the times, because they always tell it's like produced by, put together by, all this kind of stuff, and it's like, oh. Now I know that this was originally put together by Hirosama Suzuki, or not, I'm sorry, not those two, but it's the two duo, these two people, Megumi Saito, Yoko Hashimoto. It was these two who put it together, who were the, collaborators behind. But I'm not sure if they were the ones who were the engineers. It's very interesting. Yeah, Al's throwing in there that he likes the itchy style of Megumi, her voice. It's an interesting voice. It's kind of like that Yorie Kokubu where it stands out a little bit more. Maybe not in the same quality, but I always feel like I can tell when she's singing in the background because she's got that real smooth, and even though her voice isn't piercing, you can always tell if she's hanging out in the cut. It's a little bit like Nobu. You can feel. You don't have to see it. You can feel it. Okay. Yeah, that guy's beard is on point. It really is. Okay, let's keep going now. Let's go to this next. Was there anything else I wanted to mention that I read through here? I felt like there was something else I saw that was cool. Now this cat looks like they're existing in the same way that I am, where it's like, I have no idea what this is. It's so cool. Oh, apparently there's a Marlboro Man song that's called Lucky Strike Man. And it's supposed to be a theme for the Magnificent Seven, or have some reference. Kind of looking forward to that. We'll see what's going on. But until then, let's go to track 4, which is Hold Me. And now we get a little bit of Nobu Saito. Here it is. He's finally here, everybody. He's finally here. Ooh, we get birds. Oh man, I hope it's just non-stop bongos. Oh, Nobu. We're getting some panned left-right percussion. It is killing me who's playing bass on the rest of this stuff. Because I know that it's not... Koki Ito comes in on the next track, but... We all want to know. Oh. That was too tasty of a city pop stop for me to just slam through with my dumb voice. That was smooth. I'm gonna put all the credit on that on Nobu Saito. I have no reference. I have no proof. It's just what I believe. I can't live without you. Okay. There's our bongos. Yay. Yeah, this is definitely not Koki Ito on the bass, because while I like the sound, it's not the most inventive bass line on the planet. I still dig the song. It's still very chill. I'm just getting that itch. I'm getting that Koki Ito itch. Man, you know I'm hard up when I'm going to Twitter. Hello, GP. Found where Master Val got some stuff. Wait, there are 5... How do you know this? How do you know there are 5 bassists playing on this album? Where's that info? Okay, this is chill. I was kind of knocking on this song right at the middle of it because it was like, this bass line's kind of okay. But now that I've gotten into the zen flow of that minimalist, repetitive bass line, now I like it more. And again, that percussion. Nobu just knows what he's doing, man. Let's get a little goober. Listen to what he did. He hits all the chimes at the end. Listen to this. Listen to this. He just gives a full... Where is it? What a way to end a song. Always a classic way. Always smooth. Always smooth. Yeah, we figured it out, everybody. The reason the Master of Al knows so much about this album is because they clearly produced it. They are the ones who made it. They are the ones who recorded it. Why are you holding that on us? Okay, so there was our glorious but unfortunately only appearance of Nobu Saito on this album. 1983. That boy had a lot going on. Let's just take a quick look here at Nobu Saito, 1983. Look at his credits, 350 credits. Not nearly enough of a reflecting the career that he had and the things that he did and how many shows and people he's played with. Okay, we're almost to 1983. Let's see how many albums he played on in 1983. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Homeboy played on 20 albums in 1 year. 20 albums. Like, 20 albums. That's so much. Did they even let him out of the studio? Anyway, I'm glad they did. Because now we have this, and it's so good. Okay, let's get to the track that I have been waiting for. Finally, the Koki Ito track. Last track of side 1. What does it mean? Key of Love. All right, well, it's got Koki Ito in it, so off to a good start. Key to Love. Track 5. Here we go. Oh, we get another Nobu. Yeah, don't be holding out promo versions on us, Master Al. I'll find you. Okay, we're doing some slow jams? Whoa. Man, you can really hear how unique his voice is. My goodness. Very cool. Again, getting totally distracted trying to read about him. Master Val! You beast. I found this insert earlier, but I thought it was going to be worthless to me because I didn't know how to see all the Jap. Oh, yeah. Okay. Japan, people who speak Japanese, now's the time. Now is the time. What? This is crazy. Okay, let's start comparing names. Ugh. I'm so bad at this. All right, let's see. We're gonna hit the all stars, and we're gonna see if we've got like Tomohito. See if we've got what's it, Nauska. We'll see what we got. Whoa, that was ridiculously loud. Sorry. There we go. I can't do this. All right, we're gonna put this one up for the for somebody else to help me figure out. But if you do, I would be super happy and super appreciative, because I'm very curious who all these people are. Because some of the, like I was mentioning, some of the percussion, some of the drums sounds good. And even though we know this is our Jeiko Concepcion no desu, or whatever the hell that says. Who's this? Who's our second alto sax? Who's playing bone? Who are all these trumpet? What the hell is a synthesizer over Nurmamar? Because we got a lot of it. Yeah. And we got Jake in the background. Very cool. All right, pretty cool. All right, so that was our Koki Ito appearance, and for the life of me, I can't really tell what he was doing. Yeah. Koki doing a great job, doing what bass players are supposed to do, which is fade into the background, not stick out, do your job, support. But we lack a little bit more active bass players here at the bass channel, but that's okay. We'll keep moving through. So, for those of you who are just joining us here, we're looking at a band called Beers, a duo from 1983 here put together. We've got our two main characters in the band, Megumi Saito and Yoko Hashimoto. And this is their only album that they did, but we've got a really nice lineup of all-star musicians. We've got our Nobu Saito, our Jake Concepcion, got a little taste of Koki Ito, just a little taste, and a couple other people in there. But yeah, we're trying to figure out, we've got this really cool list Master of Alice hit us up with all the musicians on there, but surprise, it's all in Japanese. I can't read Japanese, I have no idea what's going on, but we're going to see if we can figure out some of those names for later and try to put a little more connection here with our album, because so far we've been, I'm not going to say all over the place. I think out of the 5 tracks we've listened to, 3 are on the slow jam side, and then the other 2, we had one that was kind of a funk, the opening track, I think it's called Windshield Wipers, or like Broken Wiper, something like that. It's a cool funky track, very upbeat, chill. And then our 3rd track, we were reading a review, somebody labeled it Morning Disco. And I thought that's a really good explanation. Morning disco. Not going to dance to it at night, but if I'm feeling funky in the morning, but I don't want to go full Tomohito funk, maybe a little bit of morning disco. Not a bad way to start your day. Okay, well, let's go ahead and flip this record over now. Let's go to side 2. So now we're on B1. This is the first track of the second side. Let's see what we got here. Boat at Dawn. Boat at Dawn. There we go. So let's see what we got here. Before we pop in, let's see if we have any interesting guests on this one here. Okay, well, we got Megumi Saito, so he's going to be playing some guitar on this one, so maybe he's got a little solo or something like that. Missing all of my favorite people. No Jay Concepcion. Oh, but we got synthesizer? Yeah, okay. Shinkawa. We'll get some synthesizer. Let's see what it is. So here, I've already forgotten what the name was. Boat at Dawn. First track of the second side. Here we go. Taking a page from Katamatsu's book, okay. Get that water sound. I feel very peaceful. Man, I hope somebody's... I wanted someone just to bust in with... Ba-bam! Dum, 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 dum. I'm ruined by Toshiki. Ooh! Hello, Pilot Wings. Okay, I'm back in. Hold on, we need one more thing for this. If you guys never played Pilot Wings, go play Pilot Wings 64. It's the most chill game ever. It's so fun. It's like one of the few games I ever got to play with my dad, but he got really into it. Chicken Dive, Dad, if you're watching, that level still sucks. It's so hard. Ooh. All right, we have deciphered. Master Val's deciphered our first bass player. Let's dig a little bit into them. Shigeru Okazawa. That dude looks super young. Man, this guitar solo is sweet too. This is that main guy who's playing. Let's do a little let's do a quick rewind here, because that was a very tasteful guitar solo. It wasn't all over the place. It had really nice, very, very chill layering of the sounds. I liked it. All the choices here I really like here. Not too much reverb. Ooh. Very cool. All right, so our first bass player, Master Val, has picked out for Shigeru Okazawa. This is somebody we've seen before. This is somebody who we looked at on the bass channel. We looked at it when we saw Mai Amane. Where is it? Yeah, Mai Amane. He was one of the bass players on Sorry. And let's see if he was one of the main bass players too, because that would be really cool if he was one of the main guys. Maybe, well, one of the three. That's enough for me to call it cool. But yeah, so on top of playing for Mai Amane, everybody and their grandma played for Meiko Nakahara and for Henri. Let's see if Henri's on here. Oh, 3 Dimension. There's a cool one that we have still not looked at on the bass channel. There's Henri. There's Timely, of course, the album everybody played on. Yeah, lots of stuff in the credits here. Let's go all the way up. I saw the guy was wearing a Toto shirt, so maybe he played for Toto at some point. Oh, cool. Look at that. Seaside Lovers. That's cool. So he's on the remake of it, I guess, or... Huh. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, man. Al's going ham. He's got the second one. Here we go. Here's our second bass player. Another cat we've seen before. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Okay, Paradigm Shift. This is our bassist from there. Judy Anton, the album that I want to do. This is going to be one of the next albums that we look at, just because I have no idea who the hell she is. And she's in this Japanese... Look at this. Look at this. Look at the people in her album. Takeshi Ito. How did you get to... T-Square is barely formed. T-Square has been around like 3 years and you get Ito. How's that even possible? Matsushita's on here. Who else we got? Judy Anton. Okay, well, yeah, she's on here. Tetsuro Sakurai. What's he doing here? Joe Kato Group. Awesome. Again, Judy Anton. What are you doing here? I don't even know who you are. Crazy, though. Lots of people on that album. Hey, Kingo Hamada. There's our bass player for Kingo Hamada. Kaboom. And then, of course, yeah, Matsushita makes sense. We've seen with Makoto Matsushita, he was one of those characters who, after he made this album, First Light, he stuck with that crew of people and did other albums kind of as a studio band. So that was pretty cool. Toshiki Katamatsu. Okay, Jake Concepcion. Matsushita, second album. Okay, yeah, I'm sure if we keep going, Henri. Hey, look, it's Yori Kokubu. Yay. Let's just find Henri because she's probably down here somewhere. Oh, EPO. That's cool. I say it like it's a bad thing. I like Henri's music. No, it doesn't look like it. Kingo Hamada, though. Jun Fukumachi. These are big names. These are big hits. Very cool. All right, why wouldn't they put their names on this album? There's a lot more heavy hitters on this than, they're letting on. I bet if we go through, and again, now, Master Val, you're doing great work here. I don't want to give you too much work. If we went through that huge list, and again, if you guys are not on the Discord, check this out. It's an insert that has all the musicians on here. I'm sure we're going to find people who were playing with Tatsuro, people who are playing with Maria Takeuchi, all sorts of stuff. Okay, cool. Let's keep moving now. We've got, what track are we on here? We're on the second track of the second side. And we've got a track called Avenue in One Corner. So do we have, let's see, B2. Do we have anybody super interesting on here? B2. No. One more track without Concepcion. That's sad. That's okay, though. Let's hear what it sounds like. This is what? Standing on a corner? Avenue in One Corner. Avenue in Corner? I'll give it a chance. Julian. Whoa, risque. Not a great photo. I like this though. Very nice. Yeah. You're right, Poppy. That did say Dada Band. I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's see. No, EWI guy's not on this album, but we were looking. He's on Judy Anton's album, which is that crazy weird album I want to look at. I don't think that's it. Building. All right, we got another one here. Okay, this is very cool, but all this music is really making me just crave Jackie Chan, because I have just been totally transformed by his voice. And now anytime I hear something like this, it's just like, this is cool, but man, I need some Chinese mixed with English, mixed with some Japanese, and then a Jackie Chan. NG. God. You get spoiled. You get spoiled when things in life are too good. That's one of those things. Too much Jackie Chan made it, hard to go back to real life. Okay, here we go. Here's our third bassist, their third of 5. We've identified 4 so far. Master of Al is on freaking fire. So we've got Micho Nagaoka. Maybe, something like that. So we can look back. One of their first things is the Loop on the Third soundtrack, which is pretty damn cool. If you guys have ever listened to that, that is Lupin the Third is one of the OG animes. It goes way back, and it's got some super cool music. It's very kind of spy lounge, bongos. Nobu Saito's probably got some action in there somewhere. But looking through here, early start, looks like we got late 70s, and I'm not seeing anything super big. Oh, there we go. Heaven Beach, Henri. I swear, Henri, those 2 or 3 albums in 1982, 83, so many of these cats all played on. So many. But one of the things I'm starting to notice now is even though we see all these characters playing on different people's bands, a couple groups kind of stay to themselves, one of which is Tatsuro Yamashita. I really don't see nearly as much of his albums in this circle of people we're looking at as other people. Now we do see like Koki Ito, he plays a ton with Tatsuro Yamashita. We see him. But other than that, not a ton. Nobu Saito, I mean, he plays with everybody, that doesn't count. But our guitarists, you know, Matsushita, or like Takeshi Ito, or any of our Cassiopeia people, you know, all these other cats who are rolling around with everybody else. Tots is kind of doing his own thing. Just kind of an interesting side note. Just take it with a grain of salt, as you will. But yeah, looking at this guy, he's got a lot of stuff. This is less that I know personally. I'm sure you guys will see some things through here that'll pop out right to your face. There's EPO. Okay, City Pop Dave. It cannot be denied any longer. We have to do an EPO. Not just a day. It looks like we have to do a whole EPO week because there's just so much to be covered there. All right, so today, going through this album, I'm talking through it a lot. It's chill. It's definitely, I see the whole soft rock, synth pop, soul funk AOR. It's like, there's one song that's AOR soul, there's one song that's funk synth pop. Everything else is soft rock, which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but it is what it is. Oh no. Zach hit me up with something. This is too tempting. Did Jake Concepcion play with Takeshi Ito? Jake Concepcion, Takeshi Ito. Did it happen? Did it happen? Did we just become best friends? Yep. There's Jake Concepcion. Uh-oh, is Ito gonna be on here? Oh, that's not how you spell Ito. Ito. Okay, we might have to abandon some beers. Okay, I just had to make my re-sound there because that was too cool. What the hell is this? Kimiko Kasai, who the hell are you? Who gave you the Joker's gloves? Who gave you Meiko Nakahara's dress and turned them into gloves? What is this album? Paul Jackson Jr.? Oh, he's the guitarist that played on Daft Punk when I was talking about that perfect Daft Punk band. Hold on, I need to make this. Man, if Nobu Saito's on here, then we're just stopping today, and this is what we're doing. Nope, okay. We're still gonna listen to this. Oh my goodness. Look what you did, Zach. Look what you did. Look what you did. I'm so glad you did that. She covered Killing Me Softly? Did I not? What? What? Oh man, dude, we're gonna... Okay, let's finish this. Let's finish beers. We got 12 minutes. I'm getting stoked. We just found a new person. See, this is why it's fun. Wake and Base. You guys hit me up. This is what we do. We find new music. It's good. All right, moving on. Track 8. Let's see what we got here. It's probably another slow jam if I had to make the guess. But maybe not. Lucky Strike Man. Oh, finally. Okay, now we're getting to something that's probably not a slow jam anymore. Lucky Strike Man. Okay, we got a little Jackie Chan opening with the telephone. I like that. Uh-oh. Okay, so what they're using there is what's called a vocal filter of some kind, and there's one that is a radio. Oh, I don't have it all set up here, but you can make your voice sound like it's on a radio, and then you usually will turn a knob to sweep it back up, but these guys are just like, flick that switch off. So it's on, and then it's just off. So on, off. It's like, oh, bass. Here we go. Poppy D, dead on. It took us a while, but we finally got our unusual world percussion beat. What are we gonna call this? This is definitely reggae. Calypso? Yeah, a little calypso. I'm gonna say this is more Doobie Brothers, if you know what I mean, reggae. I'm making jokes here. Okay, anyway. Lucky Strike Man. I'm kind of getting that. I can't love nobody but ever but you. Ooh. I love that chorus. Like a strike man. Hell yeah. Did I just see Nintendo 64? All right, our last bass player here. Definitely not getting any love on the old albums. He's got one credit, it looks like. Poor boy. Never got the recognition that he deserves. Okay, now looking through here, because I have opened up a can of worms here talking about Kimiko Kasai, who I have no idea who this is. She's a Japanese jazz singer who got cracking in 1970. And it looks like she's put out a lot of albums. Holy crap. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. Very cool. All right, 20-year career. And then she sang and a whole bunch of stuff. Y'all are saying she's got some real dope covers of, what was it, Killing Me Softly? That sounds very, very cool. Okay, well, with our last couple minutes, and playing with Herbie Hancock? Hell yeah. I want to see some Herbie Hancock. Whew. The tone like Pokemon P. Very cool. Okay, now something very strange has just happened in the song. So we're going to have to rewind and see what just happened here. Interesting way to end a song. Oh, and it's not over. We're just going to... Is that kind of some subtle message of don't smoke? What's going on here? What's happening? What's happening? Did we finally get our rock song? Queen of Hearts. Okay, now we're talking. This is more my speed. Yeah, Kimiko Kasai added to the list for sure. Baby, it's alright. Oh yeah. Alright, who's shredding on this one? Oh, Jake Concepcion. He's hanging out in here somewhere. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves for that epic sax solo. It's coming. This is cool. I dig this song a lot, but I'm kind of impatient, and I kind of want to hear this song by Kimiko. I'm sorry. I hope you guys don't hold it against me. But we've had a good time listening to the Beers here today. It's a cool band. I definitely liked the more upbeat tempo things. Track 1, track 3. Really like that. Even Daybreak Rain, one of our slower songs there in the middle, that was exactly my speed. The recording was sounding really good, but as we were noticing from side 1 to side 2, I was talking earlier, I really loved the recording mixing of side 1. Maybe it was just the performers, because we have so many different performers on here. We've got almost 4 of each. 4 guitars, 4 bass, 4 drummers. We have all these different backing people. We got 2 or 3 keyboard players. Master of Isle did a fantastic job looking up all the bass players for us, and we went through, and out of the 5 bass players that played on this album, 3 of them had massive careers, and one of them has a pretty good career, and then one of them looks like they got left in the dust a little bit. But yeah, also Lucky Strike Man, that's also a super tasty jam. Hey, what's up, Manny? Perfect timing. Jump in right at the end here so we can check out we had a little bit of an experiment. It was like, what if Ito from T-Square, our EWI Windmaster, somehow played a song with our other Windmaster, Jake Concepcion, our saxophone lord. And it exists. And it is called It's Not the First Time. Because it's not the first time they played together, but it's the first time we're going to hear it. So this is our last thing for today. This is off of the 1984 album New Pastel by Kimiko Kasai. It's not the first time. Let's check out some wind shredding before we're done for the day. Oh, start with some flugelhorn too. Is that a flugel? Oh yeah, it's a flugelhorn. You hear that guitar? It's Paul Jackson Jr., baby. Oh. So good. We are, alone again. English, huh? Time with you, with time to spend. Oh, I like this. Nothing's new, but that's alright. 'Cause I'm with you. Another Nathan night. East. Oh my goodness, there's so many good people on this song. For those of y'all who don't know who these people are, I was talking about this. This is like Daft Punk's perfect band. Earlier, one of the guys was Paul Jackson Jr., another guy, Nathan East. Michael Jackson, Phil Collins, Quincy Jones, Elton John. Dude, so many people Nathan East has played with. He is a sound. He himself is this sound. Oh. So good. I like how House Cat loved that. Oh, there's our sax in the background. Baby, each time I love you, it feels like the very first time. No one knows what we do. This is good. All right, let's see if we can get to the sax solo. That's what we're here for. It's not the first time you've ever been mine. Hey! Baby, got New Jabe's apparently sampled this. Very cool. Very cool. All right, who do you think it is? I think that's Concepcion. This is Concepcion. The first one was Ito. Ooh, modulation. Okay, here is my hypothesis. Here's what I think. You listen to Ito, our T-Square boy. He loves hitting those squealers. And he'll just sit on one of those squealers, and he has that EWI, which is all about wind control. So he'll do all these things that are like blowing a lot of air. This opening part, nothing against Ito, it's got a lot of sass in it, a lot of blowing here. But then the second half, I think that's when Concepcion comes in, because it's like somebody took a slab of butter, slammed it in the bell, and it's just like so smooth. Listen to that switch. Listen. You go from a little gruff to smooth. Still gruff. Now here's Jake. Eat your heart out, T-Square. Sorry, y'all. I'm about to start a flame war on the Alex63501 channel. Pick your side. Cassiopeia, T-Square. No in-betweens. No, but that's the fun stuff. You know, when you start to listen to these songs enough, you start to listen enough to these artists, you pick up on these things, and you, even if I'm wrong, there's no doubt that's two different saxophonists there. Those are two different interpretations, two different sounds, different instruments. That's a cool sound. Okay, well, we've had a fun day here looking through. Got a little off topic as always on the bass channel. We can never fully stay on task. That would just be too easy. Too easy. But had fun looking at a very obscure city pop album. All over the place here. Had a little bit of reggae, a little bit of funk, a lot of slow jams, but some cool guest stars and some cool tangents that we got to jump off to here on the side. So, thank you again for the suggestion. Good job, guys. Now, for the rest of the week, we got two more here going through. Not going to ruin the surprise for you, but I think you guys can figure it out if you look at the poster on the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, if you are not already a member of our wonderful community down there, please come and join us. I'm going to pop that into the YouTube right there. It's also always in the description of the videos. Come join, come hang out. We got lots of music, lots of fun, lots of gifts. We occasionally watch movies, do good stuff like that. And we're still talking about doing this Tatsuro Yamashita concert. I was busy yesterday and did not look up the information I said I was going to. But I think it's something in the neighborhood of like $35 a ticket or something like that. I'm not sure. We're going to keep talking about it in the Discord, see how we can see when it's coming out. 'Cause I want to say it's like in a week or two. It's coming up pretty darn close, pretty darn soon. But we'll talk about that a little bit more. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for hanging out and having so much fun with me here. I'm learning so much. It really is so much fun for me, and I am just hoping you guys are having fun too. If you liked it, a like and subscribe always helps. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog. Yeah, keep those suggestions coming. Again, next week is going to be our first official Wake and Bass break. We're going to take a 1 week break. I'm going to still keep working through stuff. We've got plenty of suggestions, but I just need a little time to catch myself back up, because today we've got a tab video coming out at 5 p.m. that I have not made yet, but I did do the song. I just haven't made the video. Got to get that done. We've got new jams coming out. Koki Ito project is coming out Friday. It is. No more delays. 3.5 weeks is long enough for me working on this project. And yeah, anything else, always hit me up in chat. I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. And yeah, have a good one.